What's going on YouTube? It's AKingsCreation again, bringing you guys back another division video. In this division video, we're going to go over a new gear set that came out with the Mutiny season called Concentrated Company. Now we're going to pair this with some LMGs because I feel like with the current setup that I have for this build, LMGs is going to do a lot of damage. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what exotic I paired this with and also what named item I paired this gear set with. Let's go ahead and break down the build. All right, so here is the build that we're going to showcase today. We're going to go ahead and start off with the specialization. The specialization we're using is Technician. The reason why we're using the Technician specialization is because we want the linked laser pointer on our black market RPK 74. The reason for this is because we're going to be pulsing a lot and we want that extra 15% weapon damage for pulse enemies using the flatline talent. Now this comes with damage to target out of cover and damage to armor on it, and about 600 RPM with 60 mags. Now, our backup is the GR9. A lot of people love the GR9 because of the magazine. It comes like with 235 plus bullets, and it comes with damage to target out of cover and damage to armor. We're going to put the killer talent on here because we want a lot of critical hit damage, and killing an enemy with a critical hit grants 70% critical hit damage. Now, the reason for the killer talent is because we put a lot of our earpiece mods as critical hit chance, so we can have a lot of critical hit chance on our LMGs. LMGs usually come with lower critical hit chance than other weapon types. Then we're going to pair this with the Tinkerer Mask because I want both of those talents to be on my black market RPK. I still believe the black market RPK does more DPS than the GR9. The GR9 just holds a lot of bullets. For those who don't know what the Tinkerer Mask can do, first off, we have critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and critical hit damage for our mods on it with a core attribute of weapon damage. For its talent, if your primary and secondary weapons are not exotic or named and of the same type, the secondary weapons talent will also be applied to the primary weapon. Does not apply if the primary or secondary weapons talent includes weapon swapping. Does not apply if the primary and secondary weapons talents are the same. Now, here is the gear set that we want to talk about, and it's Concentrated Company. Now, I really don't like the talent on the 4 pieces, but I'm going to go ahead and explain why after I explain what it is. So 2 pieces give you 10% weapon damage, 3 pieces gives you weapon handling, and 4 pieces, shooting an enemy marks them for 7 seconds. When a marked enemy dies, receive 1 stack of 3% weapon damage and 2% critical hit damage for each ally or skill that has contributed to killing that enemy, including yourself. So as long as you kill an enemy that is marked, you're going to get these stacks. Now, before, people were wondering or thinking that it had to be your skills or an ally, you had to be in a team to be able to get these stacks, but it's including yourself, so you should be able to get the stacks after killing anybody that is marked. Now, the max stacks is 35. Stacks can decay every 10 seconds. Maximum amount of marks that can be placed is 4. And we're going to actually increase this by having the chest piece. But for the backpack, we increase the weapon damage bonus per stack from 3% to 5%. And the chest piece talent, all for one, increase the amount of marks that can be placed from 4 to 8. Now, the only reason why I don't like this talent on this gear set is because it's really not meant for solo play. This is meant for a group play because the more people or allies or skills that kill enemies, the faster your stacks will actually be for your Concentrated Company gear set, because you're actually receiving those stacks quicker from other people killing enemies faster than you would by yourself. But we're going to go ahead and showcase this as a solo. And if you really want to use this build for group play, I highly recommend it because you will receive a lot of stacks early than what you're going to see in this gameplay. So we're going to use the Defender drone because I want a shield. I can't use the Crusader shield or Striker shield with the LMG. It just won't allow you to use that. So I want to have my own version of a shield using the Defender drone. And I use this a lot. That's why its expertise level is 30. So I'm getting 30% extra damage reduction than most people will have with the Defender drone. And I'm also going to use a decoy because I want to distract as much gunfire away from me as possible. All right, so this is our setup. Also, I'm using the contractor's glove. This is the name piece that we're using. It gives me 10% LMG damage with damage to target, damage to armor, and then critical hit damage with an armor core. And we also have critical hit chance on the holster with the blue armor core, critical hit damage on our knee pads with the blue armor core. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the stats for this. We got 45% and 115 critical hit damage for our black market RPK. And we got 55 critical hit chance and 105 critical hit damage for our GR9. But we're not really going to use the GR9. It's going to really be the black market RPK 74E for the gameplay. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. All right, so for the gameplay showcase, we're going to go ahead and do Capital Trash. It's a heroic bounty. And we're going to see how much stacks we can really get as a solo player. Now, I'm not expecting anything crazy for this DPS. I think it's like an A- or like a B+ gear set. But that's only for solo play. I feel like it's A and higher if you're in a team. Now, keep in mind the weakness behind this build is that you don't have a lot of protection. Yes, the defender drone has a shield, but it only protects you as much as maybe like a few bullets, maybe like 4 bullets out of 8, something like that. So you're going to still take damage even though you have it out. It's not like the Crusader shield or the Striker shield where it can completely protect your body. So I highly recommend still playing it smart when you're using this build and trying to make sure nobody flanks you. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with this build. I'm going to throw a decoy out, try to stay in cover, and begin. Now I'm gonna build up stacks against the weaker enemies because I want to build up as much stacks as possible, want to kill them as quickly as possible. So if I can reach that guy in the back, that'd be great. Let's go ahead and destroy this here. Okay. Now the big guy's focusing on me, so not really gonna help me much. But we're gonna try to do as much damage as possible. I'm gonna throw this decoy out. So he's distracted. He's not gonna shoot me. All right, doing some damage here. Go ahead and destroy this. I want him to snipe me. Go ahead and get in cover. And he's dead. So as you guys can see, we're not really building up stacks as quickly as we want to because the enemies are spread out. And we're also trying to protect ourselves from taking damage. All right, we're gonna use this. Kill this enemy here. And see if we can kill this enemy back here for extra stacks. And keep in mind the stacks decay every 10 seconds. So if we're not killing a whole bunch of enemies within 10 seconds, then we're not really going to be doing a lot of damage. Or extra damage, I should say. Okay. We got more enemies that are coming out. Of course, I don't want to get flanked, so I'm going to back up a bit. It looks like they're spawning over here. I'm going to pull out this. Okay. Got some kills here. We're going to try to get some more quick kills. Keep in mind, the enemies still have to be marked for me to get the stacks. All right, we're getting some stacks here. I'm waiting for my decoy to spawn so I can stop shooting like this. All right, decoy spawned. I'm gonna hit this guy in the back right now while I can. Almost dead. He's marked again. I know I popped your armor right there. I missed. Okay, there you go. Enemy in the back there. Enemy's dead. I'm gonna see if I can grab some ammo from one of these players here. Throw this decoy down. They're distracted. Oh no. Whew. I did not think they were gonna spawn there. But get this ammo. Yes, so get that quick kill right there. Oh gosh. All right, throw this decoy out, have them turn to the right or their left so I can get around their shield. Perfect. He's dead. I want to grab this, roll back down. Okay, try to get that sniper kill. Sniper is dead. I only have one med kit right now, so I'm going to hold on to this. Kill the sniper. Kill this red bar. Dead. This red bar is dead as well. Throw this decoy out. Kill the red bars. Get that stacks. Thank you. I'm gonna pop this. As you guys can see, the shield protects you, but it doesn't protect you that much. Of course, we don't have any med kits, so this is worse situation. But as you guys can see, the boss is being melted right now. Boss is reviving people because I can't get up right now. Got no health. Okay, we killed somebody there. I need to throw a decoy out so I can do some damage here. I got 3 seconds on the decoy. So like I said, as you guys can see, the survivability is really tough with this. Unless you add more armor. There we go. We're killing some enemies here. So we got some stacks. Boss just came down. I'm going to shoot the boss. He's hurt. The boss is hurt real bad. Companion's in the way, protecting me. I'll take it. I wish the boss dropped a shield armor, but did not. It's fine. We're gonna use our drone. Try to get some stacks off of this red. Okay, got some stacks off of the red. Okay, let's do this. The only problem with this right here was taking so long is the fact that I don't have no armor, and also these guys are running around hiding as well. So it's just making this slower for me and the stacks. Okay, now I'm gonna throw out a decoy again. He's dead. I'm gonna grab this med kit. Try to see if I can grab these med kits real quick. Okay, behind this boss, I'm gonna shoot him. Boss is gonna get taking a lot of damage. So we did a lot of damage because we had the stack still. I'm gonna try to do as much damage with this boss as well. Okay. And bosses are dead. And bounty is completed. All right, so I didn't ask for the companion's help, but the companion came anyway, so that it contributes to our ally kills if they ended up killing one of the enemies before I did. But as you guys can see, like I said, this is a B plus, B minus build for a solo player. But if you are in a team play, this will definitely be a good build. I highly recommend adding more armor to it so you're not playing around like I just did. If you guys enjoyed this build breakdown, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I personally think this is a decent gear set for team play, not for solo player. But if you are playing with friends and playing in teams a lot or playing with your clan, then this is a good build or gear set. Until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.